Today we have an IROC Z28, and if you know me, you know I like my Camaros, but there's a problem with it. It's got green goo all over it. Let's see if we can get that off. Now, after looking at it and everything, it's kind of soft and malleable. So I asked the wife and she verified and everything that this is bubble gum. It's all over the back end of it, all over the side of it. It's almost like it was in the pack when they threw it in there. So we're going to try to get that off. And what we're going to use is one of mankind's greatest creations, WD-40. It does all this, plus removes tape residue, glue residue, tar, bugs, all kind of good stuff. So let's see how it works on this. Now to start with, we're going to stay away from the decals, because like I said, that will remove glue, and if you know anything about decals, what are they held on by? Glue. So we're going to try to stay away from that. Let's start on the bottom and see how it goes. So to start with, I'm just going to use an old throwaway rag that you've seen in many of my videos by now, and a Q-tip. I'm going to liberally spray the Q-tip, and then I'm going to take it and rub it in, and then it might come down to that I have to spray it on and let it soak. So let's give it a try, spraying it on the Q-tip first. Let me get my trash can. Spray some on the Q-tip. And then come in and work it in like such. And as you can see, it's already removing it. WD-40 has so many uses for different things. And as you can see, it's just taking it right off. Look at that. Back in the day when we used to have cars that had things in them called point distributors, they were bad about getting moisture inside the rotor cap. And you know, if you're stuck on the side of the road and everything, and you didn't have rags and all that stuff to dry your rotor cap out, well, 9 times out of 10 you're going to have a can of WD-40 in your car, because back then WD-40 fixed everything. Squeaky hinges on your cars, door locks, everything. So you could just take the WD-40 and spray it inside the rotor cap, and that would dry it out, because what WD-40 is, it dissipates water. You have a big puddle of water and spray some WD-40 in the middle of it, and the water will try to run opposite ways. It's just a truly amazing thing. So let me squirt some more on here. As you can see, it doesn't take much effort at all, and it starts coming right up. I mean, just look at that. On the sides, we might use something a little different, like say our fingernails, and just try to scrape it off best we can real gently, or maybe a warm soapy wet rag and try it that way. But we're going to try to just hit this with the WD-40 now and see what happens. Try not to get it all over the car like I just did. If you get it on there, immediately wipe it off. And then what gets rid of that residue is some water. But look at how it shined it right up. But now I've got it sprayed on there and it's soaking in. I can just kind of spread it with the Q-tip. And it just takes it right off. It's some, look at that, I mean, it's just gone that quickly. I could probably use a stiff bristle brush and spray it with the WD-40. Let me see if I have one. I know I have one, I just don't know if I have it in here. But it's already 99% gone. I don't have one in here, so what I'm going to use instead is a cheap nylon brush. You can get these in packs of 3 at the Dollar Tree for $1. You get this one, you get the wire brush, and you get the brass bristle brush too. The reason I wanted to try this instead of this, I mean this is working good, but I want to try to get in these deep grooves and everything back here on the back. So I need something, you know, that's a little longer to get down in there. So let me spray the brush down. And we'll just come right here and hit what we've already gotten to start with, just to get that gum out of the letters and numbers and stuff. And you can see how quickly that works. The WD-40 will not damage anything, but like I said, it could possibly remove the decals on the side, so be careful with it. Try to keep it off your fingers and everything. If you feel like you're getting it on your fingers, take something and wipe it off. I always keep a thing of these laying beside my desk, so if I need one, I've got it. So let's see what happens on the back part. Still got the WD-40 in the bristles, and look how quickly that comes off. Then we can just get the Q-tip again and go in and do some fine touch-up work. Call this die-cast archaeology. But just remember, once you get done, wash your hands if you're not using gloves. You don't know where this gum has been or anything along those lines. But look at that, the bottom of it's already clean. Now all I gotta do is do the same thing to that. And then I can take a pick or something and work on that. Now I can just take a pick and get in there and try to get that out. The pick is too big. Try a Q-tip. I mean, not a Q-tip, a toothpick. And the reason toothpick will work a lot better sometimes. It's because it's wood. It's malleable. You can force it down in the crack, whereas you can't force the middle of the pick. You can see I can force that right in that crack and it gets it right out. Trying to keep my big biscuit grabbers out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Right out of there. Well, look how nice the car looks again. Now in the next video I'm going to show you how to polish this bad boy with regular car wax. This is very, very simple. It's just like doing a real car, but I want to show you on camera how good and how big of a difference it can make. Until then, see you next video. Thanks for watching.